Good morning, DePaul. It's great to see you all, even in this really weird way. You know I don't do technology. You know I don't do social media. This is all really weird for me, but I really wanted to make sure I reached out to you guys. I miss you. I don't know what to do, and I don't know if you guys do either. So I wanted to make sure I had a way to get in touch with you, and that's going to be through YouTube and through some virtual meetings. So for the next couple weeks, I'll be posting videos occasionally with things on math. There's a comment section. You can comment to me. I'll try to comment back at the end of the day or when my kids are napping. And you can also go to what we call Zoom meetings. You can see the description in the bottom or the description below on the YouTube page. And you can talk to me or Miss Mangelli. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we'll have meetings, Miss Mangelli from 10 to 11 every Tuesday and Thursday. And I will have meetings from 12 to 1 every Tuesday and Thursday. You can see those links below. But this is a time, again, to talk about math, to talk about what's going on around us, and just to kind of check in and be part of a DePaul community virtually. Just make sure you're being respectful as always, helping each other in a stressful time, making things better, not worse, and we'll be all set. So let's get going. And before we really get into any math, I wanted to kind of introduce today's our lessons that we'll be doing over break with the question, what's happening? So I want to talk about this virus that you've probably heard a lot about, and you might have heard really serious things on one side, or you might have heard really like not serious things on the other side where saying people are overreacting. So we'll kind of find a middle ground where we can understand what is happening scientifically, why is school canceled, how long will it be canceled for, and why are restaurants closed around us. So I'm going to start off with talking about our bodies. So we are made out of cells. You can see there's basically in any part of us we have these cells inside of us, and there's about 30 trillion cells in an adult human body. 30 trillion. That is 30 trillion. So to give you an idea, a lot of cells, which means they're really, really small. You can't see them at all without a microscope. So cells are really small. And you probably think about germs and you think of things like bacteria. And bacteria are small too. There's a bacteria. And bacteria can make you sick. The coronavirus is not a bacteria, it's a virus. Viruses are even smaller. So compared to a bacteria, there's a virus. It's basically a speck. There's not really much to a virus except for just a bit of information. They want to make more viruses. One virus wants to reproduce and make more and more. You have an idea how big they are compared to a human cell? Those little cells, there's 30 trillion of, that's one of them. Hundreds of times bigger than a bacteria and millions of times bigger than a virus. So the coronavirus is one of the smallest kinds of any kind of what we consider even life. Some people say viruses are living, some people say they're not even alive, but they do attack human cells. So let's talk about the coronavirus and what makes this virus special. Why is it called the coronavirus? And what are we doing about it? So this kind of virus, as we know, is really, really small. All viruses are really small, and they're around, they cause things like the cold can be caused by a virus. You can have a stomach virus that makes you throw up. But this one is called a coronavirus. And it's a coronavirus because it has a corona. The word corona comes from Latin and the word corona, which means crown. So when you look at the coronavirus, you see it on TV, you see that every picture on TV, it has covered in all these little dots or rings around a ring. And it's usually red and gray. In real life, coronavirus, we don't know what color it is. They're so small, we can't take a picture of one. That's a model that they show you, a 3D model. And different people have different 3D models to show what they look like. But the general idea is you have a virus, which has the information in the center. It's a circle in the center. And the outside is the corona. And these corona are actually a ring around the outside, or the word crown, or like a ring around the outside. So this is the coronavirus. The sun also has a corona, but lots of rings can have a corona around them. There's the sun, which is of course much bigger and has a corona around the outside too. So the coronavirus, this ring, the job of the ring is when it comes up to a human cell, which again, it's much smaller, the corona, it actually tricks the cell into thinking it's something that it wants. And these are kind of like a lock pick or a key that let the virus into the cell inside of a human. And that's where it makes our cells sick, and our cells actually start to die. And when a virus gets inside a cell, the cell dies, but the virus reproduces. It splits in half again and again and again. You can see a cell fills up with the viruses as it reproduces. Before it then gets too many viruses, it dies, and then it releases all the viruses into your body. Those viruses then can attack other cells. My goal is not to make you freak out. This is what happens in any virus that attacks your body. Again, if you have a cold and a runny nose, that's what's happening to your cells. If you have a stomach ache and you start vomiting or even diarrhea, it's viruses. Almost always. It can be bacteria for some situations, but usually it's going to be a virus. So doesn't mean it's anything to worry about necessarily, especially if you're young and healthy. This virus is not something that we, people my age and you, have to worry that much about. Problem is that if you are older, your body can't fight these viruses as well. And there's some really cool things our bodies do to fight off viruses. The problem is the coronavirus with its lockpicks and its keys around the outside on its corona is really tricky. So it's hard for our body to fight. But well, I'm young, you guys are even younger, you have really good immune systems that are really good at fighting things off, and they can get around those. But as you get older, your immune system is not as good and not as fast at making these defenses, and it can make people get really, really sick. So the people we're worried about are people like my parents, people like your grandparents, whose immune systems are not as strong and can't fight off this tricky coronavirus with these tricky codes around the outside that is trying to get around our defenses. You and I aren't likely to get really badly sick from coronavirus, then why do we need to cancel school for it? You may not care because you must be glad that school is canceled, but for a lot of us, this is a really big deal. And I miss being there with you guys, and and we're missing this learning, we're missing the struggle that Frederick Douglass would want us to have. So the real reason is coronavirus is what's considered an airborne disease. Most scientists agree that it's airborne, which means that most likely when you're coughing or sneezing, that you send the virus through the air. So, and this is something you know, the virus usually it will be in your lungs. It's called a respiratory disease. So in your lungs, you have the virus, and when you cough, the viruses leave your body. And that happens anytime someone coughs. And the general agreed amount of distance is about 6 feet. So that's about like Mr. B on the ground here. I'm almost 6 feet tall, not quite, but Mr. B on the ground. That's about how far the viruses will travel when you cough out. In our classrooms, we're much closer than 6 feet. So the coronavirus can be traveled for 6 feet. And if it lands on anything, it can be there for up to 3, maybe even 5 days in some surfaces, mostly just 3 on most surfaces. That means that the viruses can live on that surface. Then if someone else comes and touches that surface touches their face or touches their eye, usually rubbing their eye, rubs their nose or their mouth, those viruses can transfer from their hands to their eyes, nose, and that's where the virus spreads. All it takes is one virus out of one of those tiny, tiny viruses, and then it spreads everywhere. In 3 weeks, Governor Baecher, the governor of Massachusetts, will reevaluate and look at the spread of the disease and decide whether or not to reopen schools and restaurants around the state. And if so, we can return to life as normal. But for now, it can feel weird or scary. It's just a different life than I've ever lived, and certainly than you've ever lived. But as we do in school, I always want to remind you to figure out what your struggle is and embrace that struggle. Find the good inside the bad. And for me right now, the good is time close with my family, time to check in with my parents and make sure that they know that I love them, and asking if there's anything I can do for them in this time when I'm worried about them because of their age. So I hope that you can do the same. Be a support to people around you in a time that's hard. Make things better. Don't make things worse for people around you. It's going to be hard if you're home with siblings for a long time, getting frustrated with each other. Be the best you can be. We're all human, but we can all make other people's lives better. So have fun when you can. This is the only time I'm going to say go ahead, play some video games, watch some TikTok videos. I don't know. It's the only time I'm going to tell you to do it. So This is your chance to do those things and really remember that this is going to be a time in your life you're going to look back on as a really serious point in your life. It's unlike any other time. So take care of yourselves, do your work, ask us questions, comment below, comment on each other's comments, be part of a community, and look out for each other. Thanks for your time. Thanks for listening. Deep all you.